Namaste. These video clips are made by the Tat-Tvam-Asi Trust in Chennai for spreading the word that in December on 23rd and 24th, 2017, the Tat-Tvam-Asi Trust and Sri Madhusai Divanapalli's Foundation for Healing Beings, Canada, have jointly organized an international Vedic Astrology conference. Tat-Tvam-Asi Trust was founded by Dr. Sankara Bhagavadpada in January 2011. The present video astrology conference seeks to share the astrology work of the Tat-Tvam-Asi school with participants interested in Vedic astrology. These participants are in India in the conference venue and in many other parts of the world. The conference is organized as a hybrid meeting, teleconference. I am Kannan Subramanian, Secretary and Trustee of Tat-Tvam-Asi Trust, Chennai.
Do saints consult you? Somebody who is very involved in spirituality, he is not in his family life.
No, very extraordinary question. Some sannyasis have consulted me.
Oh.
Sannyasis have.
What will be their questions like? I don't want any personal questions as such. What sort of aspiration they'll be having?
One lady, for example, she's not exactly a sannyasi, but she lives the life of a sannyasi. And first marriage did not work out, so it ended in a divorce. Then married again. Then obviously the second relationship and the second marriage was not going too well. And had to come away from her husband and settle down in an ashram, in a guru's ashram in India, a famous guru, settled down and living by herself. So that's why it's a monastic kind of life. But she is not belonging to a monastic order, even though she is in a ashram city. She is not belonging to an organization, no. She is alone, has got her own small, very small ashram, where maybe 10 people may come in a day, not a big affair, but lives by herself alone and is quite serious about her spiritual life. And life had a lot of misfortunes. So to understand the misfortunes and to understand the whole thing, the complexity of it, and the divine conspiracy, because the divine is not allowing you to live your life normally. So Kannanji knows that lady also. And then I was consulted by 3 people from an ashram in South America, very serious branch of Ramana ashram actually. And they showed their charts, and the Pitadipati had a very wonderful chart, very spiritual chart. She's a lady, and she wanted my astrological thing. So she wanted me. She was not in station, but she requested. So I left an audio file. I spoke in a cassette recorder or something, and they saved the file, and they will play it to her when she comes. And But I collect, as you know, both of us, we collect a lot of charts of amazing variety of people from all walks of life. Kamanji has collected a lot of charts for me. You remember Keshavan's chart?
Yeah.
And so I keep on collecting. So I collect, so I found that the people who are in the monastic thing, the second house and the fourth house will be afflicted, and there will be a Saturn influence. So then you are kind of, in my language, you are bombed out of Tat-Tvam-Kama. Sometimes you may want to camp there, but the divine, in the divine plan of things, you won't be able to pitch your tent in Tat-Tvam-Kama. You're just bombed out. So you have to go elsewhere, into Dharma and Moksha, and there you can settle down.
None of them had any pressing question about attaining moksha.
You asked a very disturbing question.
Okay, then maybe we should not get into it. I mean, if they were supposed to sacrifice their life and they become sannyasis, I would think that would be the I mean, they are no longer interested in mundane
See,
things.
this regarding this question of moksha, we've got to understand that there is a whole milieu surrounding that question. First of all, one is afraid to ask that question, because if you did ask that question, when am I going to get moksha, then there is some fear in the background. You have become so ambitious that you want moksha. So you feel that people will look at you like that with a critical eye. So you rather not open your mouth, that kind of a thing. And the other thing is that to graduate and to become a mumukshu is a very big thing in life. It's not a simple thing. So when actually you graduate and you get that mumukshutvam, durlabam trayamevaitat devanugrahetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshrayah. These three things are very difficult. To get a human birth, to get a great man as your guru, and to become a mumukshu, so that nothing matters for you but that higher life. To get that impulse, to get that aspiration, that's a great thing, that is.
So to be on that quest.
Yeah. Now to get it means, obviously you're going to get that. Just to get it. So once you get this, once you get the hunger, then you're getting the food, finished. To get the hunger is the difficult thing, because now you got hungry for all the Maya things. So that's why I said I put it away beyond 60. I said, don't worry, I'm not going to, I'm a cop, I'm not going to come behind you. After 60, I'm coming. So to get that hunger is a great thing. But people have not Ramana Ashram, some people in South America, and now I'm talking to three very great seekers, two in South America, one in India, and they're going into the process of the inward journey, and amazing discoveries they're making, and with Jyotish, with the help of Jyotish, and using their charts. No, the big question, no. Because it's outside. Society does not permit you to ask that question. And it's an unheard of question. And you dare not ask that question.
No, and not just that. I mean, on an aside, when and all our movies, our Indian movies, they will, a very common phrase they will say is, they attained moksha. It'll invariably be when they're just dying. So maybe there might be a fear in asking that question, because they will think, that it might be something like that. So because very often in Indian movies, moksha madanjar or whatever, and all that thing.
Something
that
white comes
out, and you see all those dramatic things which come up. So.
Very good question you asked, but people have not asked the thing.